Hi guys, how's it going? Well, it is Wednesday. What are you guys doing for your hump day? I'm writing, of course. And we finished that one book I told you last time, and now Jason is reading Misery to me. So we got that going on. We started, yesterday?
Yeah.
So we started yesterday. You know, Stephen King books are long books, so we're moseying through it pretty good. So, um, but so reading books or listening to books or something, or getting, watching movies where they are the main character is an author or something. It really gets my mind going, and I mean, I've been writing anyway for like solid for a week now, which is awesome. But we're reading Misery, and of course, well, you guys probably know that is about an author who gets what?
It's about misery.
It's about misery. It really is. It's about an author who swears out the road in a snowstorm, and this lady finds him, and she goes on about how she's his number one fan, but yeah, her actions don't match her words, and so, but he's an author, and so, I like I said, I get really thrilled, I guess, when I'm reading or writing or watching something about an author. And then I think, I mean, Stephen King is putting this guy through hell. Like, I've never read the book, so, but we've watched the movie, and of course, you see, but you don't see half of the things that Annie Wilkes does to Paul Sheldon, and so, oh my gosh, this lady is crazy. Like, how could he write this kind of thing? But then I'm like, you know what? I actually put my characters through some hell also. Someone's always getting beat up, or someone's always getting into this, or doing that, or this happens to them, or all kinds of craziness. In the end, well, most of my stories, not all, but in the end, love conquers all, and it is therefore a happy ending, despite what craziness happened. But Jason is on, what is it, something, page 30 something.
You what?
Page 30 something.
No, mine.
50 or something.
57.
57. And there was a quote that I believe, who is it? I guess it's Annie Wilkes who said it, actually. Of course, Stephen King wrote it, so it's his quote, really. But, and I got all professional, right? And I grabbed an envelope to write it on. All professional. So, the quote is, "A writer is God to people in a story." And I'm thinking, that makes complete sense. The writer, the author, whoever created the story, they have to create the plot. They create the characters who are active in this plot. In Quest for Freedom, I created a whole world. So, I mean, not, literally thinking too much, but, yeah, we kind of are, like, a god to our own universe. Yeah. And so that got me more into thinking on what I'm currently writing about now. Like, and it's supernatural. I don't know if it's supernatural. It's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's action. It's all kinds of stuff. It's messed up stuff. It's stuff that I don't know, you may or may not expect from me if you've ever read my stuff, but I'm loving it. And so, but yeah, my poor characters. Like, why would you do this to your characters? But they're they're great stories. That line just struck me, and so I had to A, write it down, and B, talk about it because, like I said, it makes complete sense. You know, Jason writes stuff too, and so he writes stuff that happens on Earth, and I write most of my stuff happens on Earth, but you know, whether it's on Earth or a different world, if it's on Mars, if it's on a made-up world, if it's on in 1962, if it's 2075. I mean, it's your world, guys. Whatever you want to do with it, and just get those creative juices flowing. I mean, I hear all the time, like, I show my book to somebody, and they're like, "Oh man, I can't. I can't. I couldn't even write a sentence." And I'm like, "Sure you can. I mean, I think imagination plays a huge part, but you can even write nonfiction. That's maybe that requires less imagination. I'm really not sure, but there's something, nonfiction, fiction, poetry. There's so much stuff that you could try out. Jason just did his 50-word challenge, and that was the first thing he wrote in a while, huh? And really the first 50-word challenge he's written in quite some time. So I think he posed to you guys the challenge of writing a 50-word piece, and I personally love doing those. One of my stories is actually a collection of 50-word pieces. I'm not finished with that one yet, but so, I mean, whatever you imagine, whatever you feel, write it down. It's your world. It's your characters. And like I said, not getting too much into the whole, but you are God to them. So, so Jason's doing some Funyuns now, and I think we'll be getting back to our book in a minute. Or, yeah, probably that, and then I'll be writing later. I only wrote a page and something today, but that's fine because I've been writing all week. So I hope you guys. I hope my quote inspired you guys. Got you thinking. Maybe you have some quotes of your own or some experiences of your own based on what I said or something that you would like to share. You're welcome, of course, to go ahead and do that. So we will be posting later, and we love all of you, and take it easy.